Today on the channel, we're going to learn how to play Dreams by Van Halen. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to learn how to play Dreams by Van Halen. This is one of my favorite Van Halen songs. It's off the album 5150. I personally think it showcases Eddie's best songwriting, guitar playing, and keyboard playing, probably all in one tune. If I had to pick one Van Halen song that encompasses all those capabilities, it would probably be Dreams. Sammy Hagar also has some great lyrics in here. His vocal range is outstanding. And without further ado, let's dig in. The song is in standard tuning on the album. I believe live they wound up playing it in E-flat tuning, but we'll learn it in standard like the record. I'm going to walk you through the intro riff, and then I'm going to go through the chords for the verse, chorus, and the solo parts as well. Kind of quickly, I'll go through those chords and put the chord charts up, and then I'm going to teach you how to play the guitar solo and the outro solo as well. So let's talk about the very beginning. The very beginning is pretty neat because Eddie plays an acoustic guitar on top of the keyboards, but live he does it with electric clearly. So let's take a look at the electric part, the little solo part that he does in the very beginning. That's just the guitar and the piano. So it sounds like this. Then he repeats that, okay? And then the song kicks in. So let's take a look at that. All he's doing there is arpeggios. He's got a C arpeggio, and then an F major arpeggio, and then he's got a C sus2 arpeggio, and he resolves it to a G with that B note. So basically it's a 1-4-5 arpeggio. And the way that we're going to do that is by playing the D, G, and the B string, okay? So this entire riff is off the D, G, and B string. And you gotta learn these shapes. So we're on the E note, which is the 14th on the D, the 12th on the G, and the 13th on the B. And you wanna roll your distortion back a little bit because the song's gonna kick in with a lot of gain. So I've got my distortion. My main sound is like that, right? So I'm gonna roll back my distortion and get a little bit of a cleaner tone. And you can play it full on distortion, but it sounds a little bit crisper, I think, rolled back. So we're going to go on that arpeggio I just told you, 14, 12, and 13 on the D and G. And we're going to repeat this 13th note, this C twice, like that. So slowly. And we're going to hammer on to the 15th fret on this B string. And play that note twice, but the second time we're going to pick it. Pull off onto the C and play that C twice. So that's what that sounds like. If you notice, I'm putting a little bit of vibrato on there. And when I hammer on and then pull off, it gives those notes personality and a vocal quality. You lose that attack of the pick, which when you take that away from it, it sounds kind of melodic and vocal. Okay, then the next riff, we're doing this F major like this. So we're going 15, 14, and 13 on the D, G, and the B. 15, 14, 13. We're going to repeat that 13th note, the C, twice. We're going to hammer on and play that 15th fret twice on the D. Slide up, pick the C on the 13th, slide down, and play that B twice. So slowly it sounds like. Then the last part goes. There's quite a bit to unpack on this one, so we're going to go on the 17th fret on the D and the G, and then the 15th fret on the B, and that's 17, 18. So it's a 5-note run. This B string is 15, 17, 18. And I'm hammering on 17 to 18. And playing that 18th twice. Slide up to the 20th. Down to the 17. 15. That's 15, 17, 15, 13. And it's all hammer on. And a pull off. Then 18, 17, 15. So all together. At the outro solo, when we get to that later, he plays a segment of that, but then does a finger tapping thing, which I'll show you that a little bit later, okay? So let's talk about the instrumental part. So then the song kicks in, dun, 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 right, this instrumental thing, and there's 2 different chord changes. They sound very similar, but there's a little variation. So the chords are going to be C, then a C with an E on the bass. That's an inversion of a C. And then we're going to go F to a G. That's the first pass through the instrumental. The second pass does the same thing, C, then this E with a C, then an A minor, F to a G. So when it goes dun, 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 there's that instrumental beginning, okay? A lot of little tricky things throughout this song that make it a Van Halen song, okay? So in the verse, we're gonna modulate up to the 6 minor. So he's gonna go up to the relative minor, A minor. So the chorus where he goes, world turns black and white. I'm gonna play you this part. It goes. It goes, search for the golden ring, reach for the sky. So baby, just spread your wings. And then the chorus is where he goes, we get higher. C, A minor, E minor, straight up we'll climb. That first chorus is a half chorus, and he kind of sticks it in that. Then we go back to the verse. I think he says, run, run away like a train rolling off the tracks. The truth is left behind. And it goes back into the chorus. I think during live, Eddie would just kind of just play. He wouldn't play like chords. He would go like. He might go, he does little things like that. There's a keyboard sequence, so he's just got to kind of play the root notes, and it gives him freedom to move around and you know, play with it. All right, so the next chorus is the extended chorus. So when he goes, we get higher. And that's when he says, and in the end, on dreams we will depend. And he does it again. All right. What's really cool about that part is they break it down where it goes. What I was doing there was in the chorus, like in the end, they play through that during the chorus, but there's also a part where he goes, so baby dry your eyes, and they go. And then Al comes in, and they chug on it. All right, so then, I mean, that's the whole song, right there, the verse and the chorus and the extended chorus. There's a tricky little fun chord change at the end I'm going to show you before we do the outro solo. So hang on for that. The guitar solo, all right, so we're going to talk about the guitar solo now. So we're going to dig into that. So we finally made it, right? So the guitar solo, Eddie changes keys. Eddie loved to change keys for his guitar solos. He did that. He did it a lot in the I don't know. He didn't change keys a lot of times in some of the earlier catalog. It almost seems like, you know, starting around. I don't even want to like guess because someone will prove me wrong. But it seems like he did a lot of key modulations, especially in the Van Halen, Sammy Hagar era. But there were quite a few modulations throughout, you know, during a lot of the Roth era too. But he was really getting into his songwriting and modulations and playing around with tonalities a lot with the keyboards. I think keyboard songs lend themselves to things like that. So anyway, the guitar solo. I'm in the weeds. The guitar solo goes. So that's the very first part of that solo. So what he's doing, he's going D. I'm going C to D. F to G. B flat to C. Up to a D. You got to know these chords because you're going to solo over these chords. And for this solo to make sense, what I'm about to explain, I'm going to talk about how Eddie's playing over these changes, because you just don't want to rip on a pentatonic scale and hope for the best. You're playing over these chords. So I hate to tell you that, you gotta know the chords you're playing over. So and Al and Mikey are just laying down some cool stuff. So. That's where he does that really big, screaming, horsey harmonic. Here you go. On the outro to that solo. So the first part of that solo is. It does that twice. And then they do the chord changes where it's D to a G, D minor, to A minor, D minor, G, D minor to A minor, and then A does this long run. They modulate. He's got to get back to his key of C. So what he did there is he went back to a 5 chord, and they're going to go back to the C, and then the chorus. All right, so let's talk about this guitar solo, right? So when it goes, he goes, it's hard to get that note. I had to get it, man. I had to try it. So I'm hitting the B. I'm hitting the B string on the 2nd fret. It's crazy hard to do. I'm sure Eddie punched that in and got the perfect harmonic. Not that he's not great or awesome, but man, in the studio, you want that harmonic to sound just perfect. So what he's doing is he's on the 7th fret. He's going between the D and the G string. Then 5th on the G string. Then he does the same thing. And then I can't even get it. All right, so anyway, I give up. Then it goes. So we're in a D minor. So it's like Pink Floyd. He should be, but he didn't do that. He went. So I'm on the A string, 5, 7, 8, 12, and then 12 on the D. So we just went kind of like a D minor run. I'm sliding up from the C to the D, then slide. Then this part, he goes. So what I did there was I'm on the G string. I'm going to go. I'm going to bend that up to. I'm bending this C up to a D. So we're in the key of D minor, right? Listen to that pitch. I'm not bending it like a dying cat. You gotta go. And I'm gonna take my pointer finger and tap on the 14, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, like that. And as I do that, I'm gonna release this string back down to the C, right? The C is the minor 7th of the D minor chord, so it sounds awesome. So I'm going. One more time. Cool. So altogether, that one little run is. So the next part, he goes. Eddie had these really slippery pentatonic licks that were unique to his style, very unique to Edwards. So he goes. So I'm on the B and the E string, and I'm on the 17th fret. I'm going like that, which I'm bending that all the way up to this 19. And there's kind of like some semitone releases and bends. So we're going to do that lick. So after we go Okay? And then you go. That's it right there. D minor pentatonic lick. So I'm on 13 on the B, 10 on the B, pull off. Now I'm going to play the 12th fret on the G, back to the 10th on the B. So 13, 10, 12 on the G, 10 on the B, 12, 10 on the G, and then the 12 on the D, and then 10 on the B and the G. So it goes. That's that next part. I had to play that a little quickly so I could get it out of my system and try to get into it. So that then you go. The best way I can describe this, I don't think Eddie was super precise with it, but I'm on the 10, 13, and the 15. So it sounds like this. And then on the E string, I'm going to do that as well, and I'm going to alternate and then do it twice on that high E string the second time I go, and then slide up like that. So all together we got, and then this thing. So we're going to go. So I'm going to slow this down. So we're going to go 10, 13, 15. You're going to pull off with this finger to, so you're going to, it'll sound this 10th fret on your B string. Hammer on. So this finger just gets that note going. So it's hopefully that's making sense. When you're playing live, you just got to go for it. Like that. So after we go, slide up. You don't really got to be that accurate with it. He lands somewhere around the 20th fret up here. And I'm gonna return after I do the. I'm just on this 10, 13, and 15. Just go for it. And then go, which I pull off on this D pentatonic minor, and then 10. So it goes. Then the end solo goes. And that's the whole solo. So that last part is on the A string, tremolo pick. So we got, sounds like Swedish death metal. Anyway, I digress. So we're on the C, on the A string. We're on the D on the A string. So it's 3, 5. We're gonna play this 5th fret on the D string. So it sounds. These are the notes. So we go. Then. That's the G string on the 5, 7, and 8. So all together. What I did there was, after I'm on this 12th fret, I slide on my middle finger up to the 16th fret. What I'm doing there is 16th fret on the G string, and the 15th fret on the height, and then we're going to be on the 18th fret, and we're going to bend up and do one of these. So after we do this, all right, so from the beginning, that guitar solo is something like this. All right, then. Then the chorus. Back to the chorus, okay? So cool. All right, let's talk about this, the end, the outro to the song, okay? All right, so the outro to the song, where it goes, so baby, dry your eyes. He goes, save all the tears you've cried. Oh, that's what. And then it plays the same chords for. So during that, the keyboards are going. So it starts off just like the beginning, 14, 12, 13 on the D, G, B, and then the 15, then back to the 13th on the B, and then on the F chord. So it's 15, 14, 13 on the D, G, B. So 15, 14, 13 twice. Then up here. And then we're going to start doing the tapping. So that's 17, 17 on the D and the G, the 15, 15, 17, 18 on the B. And we're going to go. So what we're on is, it's 10, 13, and 18. And we're going to go up to the 20th fret on the B string and leave these two fingers where they are. So then we're going to change chords. So I'm on the 17, the 8, and the 13. So back to this. Then we're going to. So I'm on the 15 on the high E and the 18 on the B. Going to do that little octave bend. And then the vocals come back in. And in the end, this is the cool ending. On dreams we will depend. Oh, that's what dreams or love is made of. So what he does there, after he goes, he says, and in the end, on dreams we will depend. Oh, that's what what love, and we're going to go to B flat is made of, or here, and then he's going to play a F with an A on the bass. Instead of playing the F like this, we can put the A on the bass, or we can go like that. So that's what love is made of. And then he goes B flat again. F. C. So that's awesome. If you want to do that, I'm on the 5th fret on the G string, and I tap on the 17th, and then vibrato, bend it up like a whole step. All right, so there you go. That's how to play Dreams by Van Halen. I hope this lesson was helpful and you enjoyed it. Please consider subscribing, comment below, and as always, have a great day. Peace out.